Welcome to the most overly analytical ranking of Nickelodeon characters you'll ever see. I've taken 60 characters from the golden age of Nick, iCarly, Drake and Josh, Victorious, and Zoey 101, and I've ranked them all. By the end, you'll probably question everything you thought you knew about your favorite childhood characters, but hopefully you'll have as much fun as I had making this. This ranking is based on how well each character is written, meaning if they'd hold up if you dropped them into another show or gave them one of their own. Their consistency, conflicts, and growth all play a part. Let's start from the bottom. Tier 5, the background noise. These are the characters that existed technically. Number 60 and 59, David and Holly Vega. The parents from Victorious who could have been replaced by houseplants. Every time they appeared, you forgot they existed. Number 58, Mandy. A superfan that exists only to make Carly uncomfortable. She's funny, sure, but you could swap her for any random obsessive fan and nothing changes. Next, Jeff. His entire bit is being a doctor who gets paid for doing nothing. Funny gag, but that's it. Guppy is just mini Gibby. It's cute, but that's literally the joke. Audrey is almost as bad as the Victorious parents, but at least she has some values and a spine. Dean Rivers is the spineless principal whose biggest character trait is getting yelled at. The man's allergic to leadership. Number 53, Jeremy. Freddy's a cameraman replacement. His thing is being sick. That's it. Coco is a chaotic adult who's supposed to manage kids but can barely manage herself. You know that one teacher who overshares? Yeah. Miss Hafer is a walking obstacle for Drake and Josh, moves the plot but one-dimensional. Lane is the guidance counselor who offers guidance no one asked for. Bland, beige, and background, and just underused. Number 49, Rebecca Martin. Jealous girlfriend, then angry ex, then gone. Honestly, respect for the efficiency. Tier 4, the plot devices. Characters who serve a purpose but not much else. 48, James Garrett. The Chase replacement. Nice guy, likable, but you can literally feel the writers counting the episodes until Chase comes back. 47, Trevor. His main function is making Drake look smart, which is an achievement. Dustin Brooks, Zoe's little brother, nice kid, zero character arc, probably still doing her homework somewhere. 45, Rex Powers. Technically not a person, but such an iconic prop I had to include him. He's everything Robbie wants to be and everything his friends wish he wasn't. Gavin is your typical lazy coworker, but has some aura in his weird way. Number 43, Mark Del Figolo. Feels like a Nickelodeon version of Napoleon Dynamite. Has potential but mostly just stands there looking lost. Craig is one half of the school nerd duo and no one can remember his name. He's the emotional one and we can see fun glimpses of that from time to time. Mr. Howard, angry for sport, but at least he gives Franklin someone to bounce off. There's a story behind that rage, we just never got it. Miss Briggs is the teacher who accidentally started iCarly. That's her biggest accomplishment, otherwise she's just trauma in heels. 39, Dana Cruz. The tough but soft girl who vanished after season 1. Easily could have had a full redemption arc if she'd stuck around. Nicole is the boy crazy friend who meant well but never got the writing she deserved. Would have been fun to see her insecurities actually explored. 37, Vince Blake. The star athlete and moral contrast to Zoe's friend group. Corrupt, confident, but oddly real. One of the few grounded characters that show had. Tier 3, the framework characters. You start to see more personality here, characters who actually move stories, or at least make you remember them. Number 36, Chuck Chambers. Spencer's personal arch nemesis, genuinely funny and slightly terrifying. Principal Franklin is one of Nickelodeon's most reasonable adults, holds down a school full of web stars, weirdos, and Gibby. He deserves hazard pay. Marissa is Freddy's overprotective mom. She's basically a walking case study in helicopter parenting. I want her backstory more than Freddy's. Number 33, Andre's grandma. I know you guys love her. She's the definition of chaotic energy and every line she delivers feels improvised by a fever dream. Stacy Dilson is proof that even in perfect friend groups, some people never fit in. A tragic outcast with a glue stick. Number 31, St. John Van Cleef. He's weird, but it's a purposeful kind of weird. There's creative passion under the chaos. Lola Martinez is an aspiring actress, confident and genuinely fun. She's the kind of character you wish the show gave more to do. Number 29, Neville Pepperman, the egomaniac villain who almost made it cool to hate teenagers, but once you remove his obsession with Carly, there's not much left. Zoe Brooks is the protagonist of her own show, yet ironically one of the least dynamic characters on this list, strong morals, weak spark. Number 27, Tebow, randomness personified. He wants to succeed and he does it in his own way. He can be a bit overbearing, but he hates pretending to be someone other than exactly himself. Beck Oliver, cool, calm, and mostly there just to react to Jade's insanity. Without her, he's just that guy who doesn't blink. Number 25, Walter, the underdog dad, constantly overshadowed by other weathermen, yet endlessly optimistic. There is even a sitcom parody thing about him losing his wife to the rival weatherman. I just love this character, okay? But now it's getting serious. We're in tier 2, the scene stealers. These are the characters who could absolutely lead a spin-off or at least make any episode better just by walking in. Number 24, Helen, the scene stealer supreme. Every appearance feels like a mini event. Loud, confident, brutally honest, and somehow still lovable. You could throw her into any Nick show and she'd adapt like a comedic chameleon. Number 23, Trina Vega, a delusional icon. She's got the drive of a Disney Channel protagonist with the talent of a background extra, but her self-belief, unmatched. She's getting her own show soon, and I'm excited to see how she's grown. Number 22, Lubert Sline, physical comedy at its loudest. The man is a walking migraine, but peel back the yelling and you'll find heartbreak, loneliness, and unshakable bitterness. The idea of a Lubert origin story is both horrifying and oddly fascinating. Eric Blonowitz, criminally underrated, the nerd archetype done right. He's a loyal friend, but he wants more, and he's always wanted to be one of the cool guys. His friendship with Craig is nuanced, and I think Eric definitely deserves some expansion. Psychowitz, the wise fool of Hollywood arts. You never know if you're getting a life lesson or a complete mental breakdown, but either way, he's never boring. Psychowitz is chaos with wisdom underneath. Number 19, Quinn Pensky, a brilliant mind with the emotional range of a brick, until she's not. Her transformation from oddball inventor to self-aware friend is one of the show's best arcs. Plus, her early relationship with Mark is a perfect example of smart girl outgrows dumb boy. Next, Crazy Steve, a ticking time bomb with a big heart. Steve somehow makes total insanity feel endearing. Under all that chaos, there's surprisingly a caring guy who just wants to be understood. And maybe just have a day off from the movie theater. Kat Valentine, pure innocence in human form. She's joyful, kind, and endlessly naive, which makes her the perfect emotional foil for the cynical world around her. You can't help but root for her even when she's completely lost. Just outside the top 15, Mindy, Josh's perfect intellectual rival. Smarter, sharper, and more self-aware than almost anyone else on this list. She's one of the few who actually pushes the plot and the main character's growth. Number 15, Michael Barrett, the definition of a glue character. Funny, likable, and the balance point between Zoe's drama and Logan's ego. He's the kind of friend who never asks for the spotlight, but the show would fall apart without him. Next, one of my personal favorites, Gibby, and he's the physical comedy legend himself. Gibby's a walking non sequitur, and yet weirdly profound. He's confident, loyal, and honest about who he is. That spin-off we almost got, I still wish we did. Tori Vega, the main character who often feels like the calm in the storm. She's steady, adaptable, and quietly determined. Sure, she's not the most exciting on her own, but she's the backbone that makes everyone else shine. Sam Puckett, the wild card. Violent, funny, deeply insecure, and ultimately loyal. Sam's rough edges hide a lot of pain, and her spin-off, Sam and Cat, proves she can carry a story. Chase Matthews, the heart of Zoey 101. He's kind and awkward and emotionally open, a rare combination in this universe. Watching the show through his eyes makes everything work. But while he's great, he's still missing that extra spark that defines the top 10. Now, Tier 1, the icons. These are the characters that define Nickelodeon storytelling, the ones that could live outside their own shows and still work perfectly. Logan Reese, the rich jerk turned genuine friend. His growth arc, from ego-driven to emotionally aware, is one of the best on the network. Watching him learn humility while keeping his confidence intact, that's great writing. Number 9, Robbie Shapiro, the most psychologically interesting character in the Nickverse. His relationship with Rex is basically therapy through puppetry, a constant internal battle between who he is and who he wants to be. It's tragic, funny, and layered. Number 8, Freddie Benson. Freddie's growth from shy tech nerd to confident creator mirrors the evolution of the internet itself. He's grounded, loyal, and the emotional core of the group. Freddie is proof that nice doesn't have to mean boring. Next, Andre Harris, the show's emotional anchor. He writes the songs, heals the conflicts, and never steals the spotlight. Andre is pure creative energy, talented, humble, and the friend everyone wishes they had. Number 6, Megan Parker. Evil genius, sweet to her parents, a nightmare to her brothers, and unstoppable in both modes. Her unique charm, smarts, and presence make every scene she's in exciting. Number 5, Carly Shay. Carly is the heart of an entire era of kids TV. She's kind, ambitious, and quietly rebellious, turning teenage creativity into empowerment. She's not the wildest, but she's the anchor that makes the absurdity around her work. Number 4, Drake Parker, the carefree dreamer. He doesn't think, he acts, and that's exactly what makes him so endearing. Over time, he learns what responsibility means without losing that natural charisma that defines him. Number 3, Spencer Shea, one of the best written adults on Nickelodeon. A child at heart with genuine wisdom when it counts, Spencer balances chaos, creativity, and empathy. The perfect weird parental older brother for Carly. 2 left, maybe you can guess who they are, but at number 2 I have Jade West. Jade is a fan favorite, and for good reason. She is the school mean girl, but she'll take care of Kat like a mother. She's an amazing singer, and everyone desires to be her, but at the same time, she is a very insecure girl about her boyfriend. She has troubled relationship with her family and has to justify her choice to choose a creative career. The depth and pure coolness and natural attraction that her character has is second to none here. And at number 1, the blueprint, Josh Nichols. Josh is the moral center of Nickelodeon's golden age. He's funny, self-aware, flawed, and constantly growing. A natural lead with empathy, drive, and real stakes. Josh makes his show work. He's the soul that balances every bit of chaos around him. So that's it, the most in-depth, for some reason, Nickelodeon ranking you'll ever see. 60 characters from the unforgettable to the unwatchable, ranked not by nostalgia but by how well they're written. If you made it this far, you either grew up on these shows or you're currently writing a thesis on them. Either way, drop your top 3 in the comments because I know you disagree with me somewhere. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a subscribe and a like, and I'll see you guys really soon in the next one.